I may be an addict, but I volunteer at the soup kitchen. I may steal from the grocery store, but I give it to people who can't afford food. I might be a criminal, but look at this great art that I do. One doesn't equal the other and make the other one okay. Right? Yes.
It's knowing why you do it, but it's also understanding that you have choice.
And you're going to write an obituary for your criminal addict self.
You know, my mom was in prison. She was very abusive. I've gotten abused in every way in foster homes, you know, mentally, sexually, and it was just rough. You know, there was no stability.
My case, I lost my kids. I lost my dad, my grandfather, and you know, my girlfriend all in 1 year. So I learned how to deal with that.
There's a greater body of research now, and what we're seeing is that there's a very high incidence of exposure to trauma in this population, as high as 95% for women and close to that high for men. What we see now are all of these interrelationships between exposure to trauma, poverty, violence, substance abuse, and then incarceration.
My coping skills that I knew were negative, you know, getting high, fighting. It was more or less my anger that I was trying to escape, which led me to drug use.
I'm used to getting my way, and I come in here and I can't have my way. It's kind of like a struggle.
I didn't realize that, you know, all the stuff I had been through in childhood made me to the person who I am today.
It was like, man, it was like a wake up. It was like a spiritual awakening. It was a slap in the face like.
I just had a son, May 1st of last year, my son Jackson. It's my baby boy. He's my youngest. Not doing this just for myself, but I'm doing it for him.
Hold on, ladies, hold on. Ladies, the point is what went wrong and why you didn't get it right.
They're understanding the impact of substance abuse on their relationships.
You send the baby off to grandma or dad or whoever, babysitter, and you forget to say, oh, there's medication in a diaper bag. So then they don't get the medication.
Or if they're allergic to something.
Or they have some allergies. This is their first time watching them, but you forgot to say they have a peanut allergy. Putting the child at risk, right? You're focusing on what you want to happen in the future, not what happened in the past or what didn't happen in the past.
Negative consequences.
I was on speaker and she was my mom. Like I regretted it right away.
What could he have done instead?
There might have been like an underlying reason why she quit. She just picked a bad time, I feel like. But I think it's more stressful on.
Support you now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ass whoopings, scratch it out more. But you should write your green word first. What's the opposite of an ass whooping, huh?
Lots of love.
Love?
Affection?
What?
Affection?
Affection, yeah. The thing about it is when you have negative childhood experiences, you end up repeating them. My approach to the class is to get them engaged in activities that they don't understand quite what the point is until they've completed the activity. You were 15, you were driving alone, and the steering wheel came off. Whose car was it?
My dad's truck.
That definitely sounds like abandonment to me. I also do art projects that relate to their childhoods. so that they can remember that their past is really not their potential. It's your nest. It's your childhood. What did it look like? The nest is a metaphor for your comfort zone.
To go through the program realizing that my nest of abandonment and neglect and abuse, that was normal to me, but that's not normal. That's not normal at all to anybody.
I'm trying to teach them dysfunctional relationship patterns so that they can stop repeating the behavior habits of their parents and their parents' parents. That's excellent. A first day of class, they don't know what to expect. They're still kind of in the jail mentality, worrying about their jail politics.
Kara, this glue tastes like chicken.
The glue tastes like chicken. Do not eat the glue.
Will you take the glue with us?
No, you cannot take the glue with you. At about the halfway point is when it changes from joking around and laughing to really, really taking it seriously.
A lot of messed up stuff had happened to me, and I thought I was just dealing with it the best way I could, when in reality I didn't know how to deal with it, so I was expressing myself, as like I said, as argumentative and stuff like that. When you start correcting your speech, like saying, I feel this way because of this, and instead of you made me feel this way, and people understand you, they're more open to hearing you out and to accepting what you say. That was my aha moment, like, hey, this stuff works. This is what I've been missing. This is how I get my point across without blowing up or getting angry.
Probably the best program I've ever done in my life.
I've had traumatic experiences and I have had a great loss. MOSAIC has given me the help and courage I have been missing in my life.
MOSAIC has taught me how to love myself, others, and how to have respect.
So what's next for you?
Roll in some type of counseling and just take it one day at a time.
I'll learn how to take my drawing talent and put it to use.
I plan on starting to do a 12-step program.
I want to get a job. Keep in mind that we have 100,000 inmates a year that come through the doors of the county jail system. More than 50% of those will likely be back in less than 12 months upon release. So across the moderate to high-risk offenders, a program like MOSAIC has proven to generate the best results in seeing reductions in recidivism.
Providing treatment is important. I'm a psychologist. I believe in it. But when we talk about county resources and in the criminal justice system, our #1 overarching goal is to prevent recidivism. So programs have to be guided by evidence.
All of the things that we're using are evidence-based. Those last 3 weeks of our program are really heavily focused on relapse prevention plans.
And they have a skill that they can turn to rather than a substance.
I was tired of just like the circle, the vicious circle of coming like back to jail.
I'm extreme. I'm either nothing or all. And so I needed something to be extreme and to show me, you know, what was going on inside of me, to help me realize what was going on inside of me and doing the things that I do, why I do them.
It's not necessarily us specifically that is worth you spending your tax dollars on, because that everybody is worth a chance, but it's a program specifically that makes us worth a chance because it's so efficient, because the program works so well.
And I'm an addict. So I asked them for the opportunity to come here, and little did I know that this was going to change my life the way it has. I'm happy that this opportunity was provided to me by Maricopa County. I will be a success story to watch.